the spell of the angel's sound, the voice that called me in another life. Now I can hear her clear and bright.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's show match featuring Team 21 Gank Street and Team Bring MTV Music Vids back. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here for the very first time by the one and only Belkarama, and we are getting into pick bands.
Thanks for having me here. We'll get right into it. First ban, Warwick taken off. Not a huge surprise as two of these players play quite a bit of Warwick, and he is a standard pick these days. Lots of crowd control, lots of opportunity to get on people. Scion follows.
Yeah, Scion's also not too shocking, as well as Skarner. They're definitely champions that have been played a lot in higher elos and have been very, very effective in the current meta, just with how their play styles have been revolving around their engage styles and the items that they're building.
Shaco and MF following. Shaco's a bit of a surprise pick. Maybe I didn't notice, but one of these players must be a big Shaco player. MF, a big AoE ultimate, loss of opportunity to do damage, reliable, but not the biggest of scaling threats. First pick, Shen coming in.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shen. Hopefully, we're gonna see we're gonna see a type of protect the ADC composition, but Malphite.
Yeah, it's looking like a big beefy front line coming here for red side. Vi locked in for blue. It looks like they're going to match that aggression with a bit of ganking pressure. Both junglers available and able to get in there really quickly and do a lot of damage and lock targets down. Echo versus Swain in the mid lane. Swain and Echo bring a bit of crowd control. Echo is going to get the push pressure, though, early with his Q taking out the waves rapidly.
And so far, it really seems more like we're going to be seeing Protect the ADC composition from MTV, bring MTV Music Vids back. You have three incredibly beefy tanks that are going to be incredibly difficult for any member of 21 Gang Street to bust through or to take out.
Yeah, it actually kind of surprises me that the MF got banned with the team comp that's on the other side. It looks like bans should have been focused towards maybe a hyper carry, just to try to knock them out, not prevent them from being able to thread that tank line for sure. Jinx locked in. Jinx versus Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa the assassin. I think in the pro draft, Kai'Sa was locked in first, so perhaps the triple tank line was drafted to prevent her from being able to pop off.
Janna main hovering the Janna. I would not be shocked. Yeah, Janna locked in. Fourth Janna main. Not too shocking to see that. But boy, this is looking really tough. You're absolutely right. This Kai'Sa is going to have such a difficult time getting to Jinx, getting to Janna, because you have such a beefy front line with the Malphite, Rammus, and Swain. All of these are champions that are going to have so much armor going into the late game, both in their kit and in their build, or in their naturally and in their builds, that really Kai'Sa's going to be having to build Lord Dominic's regards and anything to be able to shred through the armor.
The one advantage that blue side here has is the Vi will be able to get onto that Jinx. They do have the Annie Flash Tibbers to follow up. Kai'Sa can get to the backline with her ultimate as well, but when she gets there, she's going to be faced with a daunting task of getting through Malphite, Rammus, and Swain's crowd control, as well as the burst potential. If she gets hit by any of those crowd control abilities, she is not going to have a good time. The Echo gives secondary follow-up as well with his W stun. Shen taunt can try to keep Kai'Sa alive for a little bit, but this is looking like a really difficult task here for the blue side. Three beefy tanks with a Jinx and a Janna to buff her up to Kingdom Come. Kai'Sa not even having an Ardent on her side.
Yeah, it's really all going to come down to the positioning of the tanks of MTV Music Vids. If they're all just standing in front of Sniffle, Sniffle, and Janna main, then the game is definitely going to be going in their favor. There's not going to be a chance in hell 21 Gank Street are going to be able to do anything. But if they miscalculate their positions at all, and Sniffle, Sniffle, or Janna main get caught out, then it's going to be really easy for a challenge or really any other member of 21 Gang Street to get on them and to lay down some serious damage. So if the tanks of MTV misposition at all, then it really could turn out for the worst for them. So we'll just have to see how they play it and if they play it correctly.
Yeah, MTV has all Sniffle has all the pressure on her. shoulders as Jinx here to dish out the damage. Swain, yes, Swain is powerful. Yes, does decent damage in the late game, but it's all going to be on this Jinx's shoulder. The front line has to be immaculate as well. They have a lot of target focus. They have the ability to get on targets with Vi and Annie. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. And I'm also, I mean, really, in all reality, I hate seeing Malphite. Right now, I think Malphite is one of the worst top laners. I'm just not a fan of Malphite getting played at all. He's just not a very strong champion right now. So really, if SSG Chase is able to get kills and get ganks from Duddles, we'll go with that. Then Shinjiro is going to be pretty useless on this Malphite. He's not going to be able to get nearly as much armor, or going to be able to have nearly as many stats as SSG Chase. So if he gets ganked over and over, and that could be very, very detrimental to his scaling.
Admittedly, a Malphite that falls behind is always going to be at least slightly useful because of his ultimate. He doesn't need to be that far ahead to have an impact on these team fights, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're counting on. They have the Rammus to frontline as a primary frontliner, and the Malphite's probably just going to be there to peel in hard CC.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And with those thoughts being thrown out, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, we're going to be waiting down the spectator delay, so we're going to throw it over to some music, and we will be right back.
I can't be without you. I'm in way too deep and I'm drowning in devotion. I'm lost, can't find a new emotion that's ever enough. And you can't deny it's real, 'cause there's no deeper
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rift for tonight's Learning 5's show match featuring 21 Gank Street and Bring MTV Music Vids back. My name is Serpentator the Ninth, and I'm joined here once again for the first time by Belkorama. And let's get into the introductions. On the blue side, you've got 21 Gank Street with SSG Chase on Shen in the top lane, Duddles on Vi in the jungle, LYC Pentakill on Echo in the mid lane, Oda on Kaisa in the ADC position, and joining him will be challenged on Annie in the support role.
Challenge. On the red side, we've got Bring MTV Music Vids back. Great team name. Shinjiro 12 on the Malphite. SSB Coop rocking the Rammus. Lady Tsunade with the Swain. Sniffle, jinxing it up. Janna main. Janna.
Believe it or not, yeah. So, as we've already said, we believe that Bring MTV Music Vids back have an incredibly beefy front line, and it's going to be very tough for the damage dealers of 21 Gang Street to tear through. However, we also said that it's really all going to come down to the positioning of the tanks on Bring MTV Music Bids back, because if they're able to stand in front of their damage dealers, then they're going to have such an easy walk in the park, free game.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious how this bottom lane is going to go. Sniffle Sniffle on the Jinx and the Janna have a bit of a range advantage in the bot lane matchup. They also have a lot of pressure with the Rammus. He can come down and he can put a lot of pressure on. Rammus is not exactly a heavy farmer of a jungler, so he's going to be looking to exert pressure on the map early. Although he's kind of low after that starting clear.
He's Rammus. He'll be able to tank it up for the rest of the game, or the rest of his clears.
Yeah, early push going on the bot side gives them a bit of an opportunity to hit level 2 first and put some pressure on this Jinx.
Yeah, already you're seeing trading in the top lane. And once you can get the passive shield of Malphite down, then SSG Chase is going to be able to whack away at him and take a lot of his health away. You see that already with the empowered auto attack from his Q. He's able to do so much damage in an auto attack.
Yeah, both top laners running grass, so it'll be a bit of a wet noodle fight, except if the Shen can pop his, get the spirit sword through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Moda's doing a lot of trading, and I don't think he's really understanding the implications of doing the trading. He's taking a lot of damage, not only from the minions, but from Sniffle Sniffle and Janamain as well.
Yeah.
It's going very aggro.
I think they're trying to poke them out and get them into a war early here, since the Vi is lingering for a long time. But yeah, the Janna W poke is free harass. The Annie doesn't have the largest mana pool since she gets mana refunded from her Qs killing minions.
Oh, Vi flashing in and forcing both flashes out of the bottom lane of Bring MTV Music Bids back. That is huge. Only at 3 minutes and you already have an advantage as big as 2 flashes down. Great gank.
Yeah, Rammus taking the opportunity from that to try to counter jungle. Of course, the Vi started blue side and made her way down to gank this bot lane. 2 summoners taken out means that Vi is probably going to be looking to make a return gank shortly after clearing these Krugs.
Yeah, you don't have the flash on Vi, so what you want to be seeing is Moda and Challenge. You want to have them let Sniffle Sniffle and Janamain push in, so the Vi is going to have an easier time ganking. Because now, obviously, the Vi doesn't have a flash anymore, which is a very useful tool for ganking on Vi. However, it's not necessary unless they're backed up against their tower, like you already saw.
Bit of cold shoulders there by the Vi. They had the opportunity.
Oh, flashing in his SSB Coop, getting under tower, and now taunting him is oh, that's a lot of damage. Pentakill, barely surviving, but Coop also limping away, licking his wounds. However, summoner's spells will be used by both the mid laner and the jungler.
Yeah, both trading summoner spells there. I think Coop felt the pressure to make a play there. It was a bit of an aggressive play, and the tower damage was considerable. And it looks like the Vi is going to be looping back.
Vi does want this gank. Lady Tsunade does have the flash. You see him coming up, channeling. Going to be connecting. 1-2 hits and flashing away. The minion not going to be able to take
Not
him
enough.
out. Oh, man. So close, though. Great effort. Now Lady Tsunade is going to be forced back off. Now oh, you see Chase flashing in. E doesn't need it. He just whacks away. Lady Tsunade taken down for the first blood.
Yeah, they both Vi and the Shen knew that the Lady Tsunade had nowhere else to go, and so they just forced the teleport up top. Shen taunts right away and manages to get the damage in there. Vi was covering the other side, so unfortunate for the Swain, nowhere else to go.
You know, what I'm not a fan of there, as soon as Pentakill forced Lady Tsunade out of lane, what he did was he backed. And what you should do, you force your laner out of the lane, and then you push the tower, push the minions into their tower, so you're denying them a lot of CS. But instead, he just kind of backed in the middle of the lane with a minion wave just sitting there, and then he had to use his teleport to get back the lane. If he had just cleared the wave, then he would have been able to force the teleport out of Lady Tsunade and have not needed to use his.
We appear to have a disconnect. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, Coop is walking away, and there's the pause.
There we go.
You know what we say, wouldn't be a Learning Fives game without a pause.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. You know, I think Pentakill was a bit concerned about the Rammus. He hadn't seen him for a little while since his last gank foray, and perhaps was reticent to overstay since he was at about 200 health, which would not take a whole lot of effort for the Rammus to kill. But Rammus was back in his jungle, and you do want to take the opportunity when you have it to push in the minion waves to deny as much farm as possible from your opponent. And in that case, you have plenty of opportunity to just waddle your Echo-ness back to lane.
Yeah, and because of that, you do lose the teleport advantage, which can be incredibly useful. You can get 4-man ganks in the bottom lane off just with the teleport and a deep ward in the far bush. But alas, such strategy was not used by LYC Pentakill, and he's not going to suffer too much from it. In fact, he's still coming out ahead in this lane. But you know, he's not creating as much of an advantage as he would have been able to had he cleared the wave.
Yeah, Echo likes roaming and being able to impact the rest of the map. His Q, especially early game, clears the wave pretty quickly. Swain, until he hits level 7, level 9, his Q doesn't have as low a cooldown, so it takes him a bit of time to stick around and to clear the wave. Echo with the teleport can make plays on the bot side really easily, especially when paired with this Annie. So it is a bit of a missed opportunity for sure. Elsewhere on the map, let's take a look. Top side, Shen picked up the kill, so he has a bit of a CS advantage. Double longswords.
That's pretty aggressive. I'm assuming he's going to be building that into a Titanic Hydra or a Tiamat.
Okay, we're back in the game.
Yeah, Coop has reconnected and the play has resumed.
Alright, let's continue what we were going with. Kaisa has not taken the opportunity to back yet. This bot lane is still sticking around, aggressively stepping up there.
Yeah, now you see the Duddles coming in. Janimane in a bad spot, no flash available, gets ignited, and Duddles will pick up the second kill for 21 Gank Street.
Yeah, you would have liked to see them try to hand that over to the Kaisa to get the ball running there. Instead, the Vi picks it up. Vi will build aggressively to try to push this advantage with damage items. And so far, it looks like the blue side is taking advantage of their early game strengths. Good ganks by the Vi, forcing summoners across the map and punishing over-aggressive play without vision by MTV here.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I would like to see more of a bruiser build coming out from Duddles, as the only other tank is going to be Chase. Speaking of, going for a bit of an engage onto Shinjiro, who's very low on mana. Yeah, the only other tank is going to be Chase, so you're not going to have a whole lot of health on your team. So I'd like to see, I don't know, maybe like a Black Cleaver or other bruiser type items coming in from Duddles, just to get as much health as you can on a champion that'll utilize it well.
The roaming Janna.
Mid though, interesting. The ignite goes through. Pentakill might be in a bad spot. Duddles coming in though. No flash available again, and Stand United coming in as well. Duddles slam dunks Janimane into the ground and will pick up his second kill and the third kill of the game.
I think a bit of lack of communication there between Janimane and Lady Tsunade there. I think Swain was surprised to see the Janna looping behind him. I think that surprised all of us there, coming straight back from the spawn and attempting to get a kill there. Aggressive play by Janimane gets punished by well-timed appearance of Duddles here.
Now you see this Infernal Dragon has spawned, and Duddles already has created quite an advantage for himself over SSB Coop, and will probably use said pressure in order to pressure the dragon.
Ideally, they'd like to be able to pick that up. They have the wave in a good spot right now. They want to push in one more wave and then make a play towards that dragon. Vi is in the area, and they don't have vision here to stop this play. So we'll see what happens here.
Not charging the Q yet. Sniffle, sniffle. Sniffing something. He's not walking up yet.
Yeah, and the shield has been used too, so they have to be slightly worried about that opportunity here. They have not.
Forward. Flash from Challenge and flash in from Duddles as well. Flashing away to Sniffle, Sniffle as well as the heal, but Challenge will throw the Q, which will pick up the kill and flash that level 7 mastery.
Both summoners used there to secure that kill, but totally worth it if they go and pick up this dragon. Another kill for this bot lane, and the Vi taking part in yet another kill. So looks like she'll be trying to solo that out while they put some pressure onto this tower. It's already at about half health.
Vi is definitely one of the champions that is able to take early dragons alone. And you can already see, Duddles knows this, he's going to be using the benefits that Vi has, and will be securing that Infernal Dragon. So, Infernal Dragon is so huge too for TGS. They're going to be using the extra damage from Infernal Dragon to increase their lead even more, and try and pick up even more kills.
Yeah, my early concerns were that lately, Janna with the W max tends to do a lot of damage, surprisingly, a lot of damage. And I was worried early on that the Annie might not have as much impact as one might hope, just because of the Janna and Ardent and all of the buffs that she can provide her AD carry. However, as we just saw, Annie with the Flash Tibbers does offer a lot of engage, a lot of pressure when followed up. Vi was right there. Vi was ready. Vi used her flash correctly to secure that kill as well. And they didn't have any answers. The Janna did not use her ultimate, did not have the opportunity to knock people away. And it looks like the Vi is coming back for round 3.
Channeling the Q, looking for Janame, not going to see him, and will be backing off.
Yeah, unfortunate. A bit of a missed opportunity there. The Janna probably felt something tingling in her ear. Decided not to follow up there, not to ward.
Yeah, and now you see the stun onto Janame once again. Tibbers coming through as well. Ultimate used by Moda. Janame getting flashed on, but Challenge will pick up the kill. SSB Coop coming in as well, getting the taunt off. Teleport coming in from SSG, but that's going to be a double kill for Challenge, and Teleport will be canceled by Chase. Now you got 2 members of MTV down, 3 members of TGS in this bottom lane, leaving Sniffle on Jinx to solo defend against 3 members with plenty of AD. They're going to try and take this tower at 11 minutes.
Sniffles is in a dangerous spot and wisely pulls off. Otherwise, she would have been feasted on for another kill, and the tower would have gone down anyways. Wisely letting that one go. Solo gold going over to Moeda on this Kai'Sa, who is now swimming in gold. She is the support now, though.
No, Moeda does have the most single gold in the game, leading with around 4,600 gold, which is 1,600 gold more than Sniffle. He's in a great spot right now, almost able to complete. Oh, there you see Death Stance coming in already. So much damage coming through, and we were talking earlier about how he might have trouble going through the front lines of Team Bring MTV Music Vids back, but so far maybe not, considering how much damage he already has.
Yeah, this is what they needed to get through this team comp. They needed a good lead, a good start, and they got that. Echo hasn't had that much of an impact, but if all the focus is on the bot side and they can keep, if Kai'Sa can stay alive and stay safe, then they won't need the Echo to do all that much damage. And so far, it's working out for them great. Vi and this bot side duo is just demolishing.
Yeah, and you see the red ward being used on the control, or on the blue sentinel. Great red ward, really just snuffing out any enemy vision in your jungle. And that's exactly what you want to be doing. You already have a lead of around 5,000 gold. You need to be setting up more offensive vision, but also snuffing out any enemy vision where you can.
Yeah, that is the one thing that's a bit lacking right now on blue side here. They have no deep vision against this Rammus, who is looking to make a play right now. And
yeah, you do see him coming through, but Duddles interrupts the engage, and now Moeda's in a bad spot, getting taunted up. Tibbers coming in, Moeda taking out Coop, and now you see Duddles looking for more. Janame using Tornado, getting them away from him. Well-timed Tornado, but Moeda pretty low right now, but this tower is going to be threatened. You see Pentakill coming out, and meanwhile in the bottom lane, a bit of a wet noodle fight. Pentakill looking for Janame, the W's cast, and the insta-kill goes through, and then Sniffle, taken out by Moeda moments after.
Incredible amount of fighting all across the map. The Swain...
Hero not in a good spot either. Force use Unstoppable Force, getting away from the engage by SSG Chase.
Yeah, Lady Tsunade immobile in this middle lane, not responding to any of the side's pressure that has been going on, opting instead just to stay in farm, not using his teleport to respond either. The Rammus went in without vision either and got caught early on by all of the crowd control, Duddles and Moeda's slow and the ability just to pound out damage quickly, taking down the jungler as you're supposed to in any kind of engage like that.
Chase going in, looking for Shinjiro underneath tower, gets him and flashes out. Coop
Styled on him.
here. Yeah, I don't think that flash was necessary. You have a lot. Oh, I think Coop disconnected again.
Oh, it looks like it. He's just sitting there. We're gonna get it. That's true.
Yeah, there's a pause. Yikes. All right. Well, yeah, Chase gets another kill onto Shinjiro. And like I said, yeah, Malphite, you're never going to be in an advantageous position. You're never going to be able to outpush your lane opponent. Just don't pick Malphite.
Yeah, Malphite is a questionable pick these days. Yes, the crowd control that he offers is useful. Yes, Scion was banned away, which feels like a similar role in terms of initiation that Malphite does. But there are better options than a Malphite. Malphite is good for his one thing, but he sacrifices so much to do that one thing well. Yeah, it's why they're looking at reworking some of his abilities, because right now he throws a wet noodle at you. And unless you're building AP, you'll run out of mana just casting it and trying to interact with your opposing laner, which feels really bad. And you're forced into building tank stats like you're forced into building Bambies just to get some more wave clear to try to match the Shen, and it's not going to give you the opportunity to really fight the Shen either.
Yeah, and already, like you said, he doesn't have great wave clear either. He's 40 CS behind SSG Chase, and right now with the kills included, that turns out to be around 2,000 gold in the difference. It's really, really not doing. The Malphite pick is really not doing well, and it's really just getting destroyed, to be quite honest.
Yeah, to be fair, their team comp was never going to be really hyper focused on the early game. Their win condition is Jinx is going to get big. They're going to get the support from the Janna. She's going to hit her item spikes, and she'll be able to tear through the team comp. Unfortunately, when you're down 8,000 gold almost at 15 minutes, you're probably not going to be able to hit that unless severe mistakes follow. The Echo is getting on board now. He's starting to pick up kills. He's starting to move around the map and make pressure. The Swain has not had an opportunity and isn't even keeping up in farm, despite none of the action really being around the mid lane.
Yeah, and all across the board, 21 Gang Street are pulling ahead, with every laner having at least 1,000 gold on their laning opponent. In some cases, even 2 or 3, or not even 3, but 2,000 gold ahead. It's really going to be tough for MTV to pull back. What do you think they'd be able to do in order to start regaining a bit of the lost traction?
Well, right now they need to get vision in their own jungle so they can farm safely. They've lost all 3 of their outers. At least so far, they haven't lost their inner towers. No, sorry, their mid still up. I can't even see it because Swain's teleporting right on top of it there. But as long as that tower stays up, they can't get too much deep vision because the minion waves in the mid lane will stay at around the midpoint until that tower goes down. So they do have some area to work with to try to get some vision. The two wards, the control wards that are there right now aren't giving them a whole lot of benefit since none of the play has been around that bottom side. They want to consider moving that to try to secure their own mid lane.
Oh. Coop is chasing after Chase, and the chilling smite goes through, the taunt as well. Now Coop is just looking for damage, but unfortunately the minion wave comes up and kind of stuffs out his approach.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities to get a kill there. If he had managed to get behind him and get the knockback and prevent taunts and maybe use his ultimate, he'd have a better chance there. But 3 levels up, despite Shen being a bit low, you don't have the damage there, unfortunately. Dragon's going to be spawning soon. Another Infernal, so these 2 teams are going to be wanting to pressure that, and it doesn't look like they're going to even be able to with a complete lack of vision and great vision control by blue side here.
Yeah, it's really tough for Team MTV right now. They don't have enough pressure to get any vision on this Dragon, but they still can't afford to lose it. Now you see Challenge and Chase going for a bit of an engage. Chase in the middle of 3 members. Now the W is coming in from Moeda. Everybody's trying to lay down the damage. Shinjiro ends up getting taken out by Challenge. Janamane seems to be next to fall. Tibbers is trying his best, but unfortunately it's not enough. And now you see 4 members of TGS rotating towards. Oh, it's a Mountain Drake, not an Infernal Drake. But nonetheless, they are rotating towards the Mountain Drake, and they should be able to take it without too much of a contest. Shinjiro is dead. It's a 5v4 situation, and Pentakill is doing a great job pressuring off the members of MTV. Dragon's taken, and they're going to be rotating towards the mid lane.
Yeah, sneaky attempt to steal it there with the Swain W, trying to grab that, but not happening today. That Earth Drake is going to give them the opportunity to do even more damage to these towers. So every time the Kai'Sa is going to walk up and hit these towers, they'll get a little bit more value out of it. They also have the Rift Herald coming down, ready to knock down this mid tower and finally clear out the outers.
Yep, Shelly coming in, and the tower draws aggro on the minion, and boom, one shot. The mid tier 1 tower will finally be taken down, and now Lady Tsunade taking so much damage from Moeda's Q. Shelly's going in for round 2 though, but gets smited away by SSB Coup.
Yeah, at this point, this Kai'Sa is just having a great time. Everybody on the enemy team is paper in comparison to the amount of damage that she's putting out. And they have enough crowd control that anybody who wants to try to get in and punish Moeda is just going to evaporate, and it's not a good place to be in. They need to slow this game down.
You see Coop in a bad spot, forced to flash away, but will survive.
Yeah, they're taking this tower just completely uncontested right now. They're just being run ragged around in circles. They're trying to get farm. They can't do it.
You're absolutely right. The amount of CC on Team 21 Gank Street is pretty ludicrous, especially considering that a lot of the CC supplied is from Challenge, who's 4-0-4 on the Annie, and will be able to pop really anybody on Team MTV with a well-placed rotation of abilities.
Yeah, like I said, I was questioning this pick. I'm not questioning it anymore. It is doing work for these guys, especially in conjunction with this Vi. And another thing that we haven't really mentioned, if she drops the Tibbers and Echo is on the ball, nobody's going anywhere for a long, long time.
Yeah, absolutely. However, we do not condone the usage of Annie's support. It just so happens to be working in this scenario.
Yeah, there's other picks that
could
do what Annie wants to do. You just play Rakan and you'll probably get flamed less. We'll go with that.
Yeah, and now Pentakill going in for the 1v2 and popping Sniffle. It's going to be sniffling a little bit once he sees the death recap and the amount of damage. He's not going to be too happy about that one.
Yeah, this is a shutout so far. It is really, really painful to watch for these guys. Sniffle not even using any of her summoners against the solo Echo, just popping her even with the Janna standing there. I'm a bit surprised at the amount of damage that the Echo was able to dish out in such a short time frame. That's rough.
Yeah, absolutely. 19 minutes in and not a single kill to boast for Team MTV, and now you see Challenge just walking headfirst into the enemy jungle, starting to clear away the enemy control wards. That's exactly what you should be doing. You have the pressure, the damage, just to walk up and say, I don't care if anybody's here, I'm going to clear this ward. And if you want to contest it, go ahead, because I'm just going to one-shot you.
Yeah, when you're 12,000 gold ahead, you can take everything. This enemy jungle, it's mine now. I get to live here. You don't belong here, and it looks like
Challenge
Tibbers.
Looking for SSB Coop. Tibbers coming down. The W is going to get the stun off, but now you see Challenge actually forced to flash away. Sniffle once again gonna get popped by Pentakill. That's a unfavorable situation for Sniffle.
Yeah, they have to respond everywhere across the map right now. Everybody is in their jungle full time. You're sending 2 people to have to deal with the support Annie, and that leaves your AD carry completely unprotected, and he has no opportunity to farm these waves.
Yeah, Baron is spawning up, and TGS have incredible vision control. MTV doesn't have a single ward on it. 4 members already there, and you see the Jinx rocket going through. Gonna spot this Baron take. They know SSB Coop has flash available. Let's see. Tier 2 tower in the bottom lane taken down. Coop, the control ward is gonna be placed. Has smite available. Are we going to see a steal? Sandy United coming in. Blue team takes a Baron though, and now it's just going to be a slaughter. You see Moeda actually gets taken out by Coop, and Pentakill is using his ultimate. Gets ignited and will fall as well to Lady Tsunade, and now Janna, man, getting the amazing tornado, and now Lady Tsunade picking up another kill. Duddles forced to flash away from the slow from Lady Tsunade. 3 for 1 in favor of MTV. That is a bit of a throw from 21 Gank Street. You have so much pressure and you go for the Baron, but you lose 3 of your members in the process. Yikes.
Yeah, that's always the risk with taking a 20-minute Baron when they're coming to contest it. You take so much damage from the Baron just trying to clear it and take it out that you don't really have a lot of health left when the enemy team shows up. Yes, you're ahead 13k, but a lot of skills were used to secure that and a lot of resources used to secure it. And the Swain and the Janna and the Rammus were all there and ready and waiting, and they managed to lock down Moeda, kill her relatively quickly. The Annie did use a lot of crowd control to try to keep her up. Wasn't enough in this instance, and once she was down, it's only the Echo left as a damage dealer.
Yeah, and once you have just the damage dealer up, they're going to be able to get taken down pretty easily, as you saw. But you still do have the Baron on... wait, hold on. Excuse me. On Team 21 Gank Street, and they are going to be pressuring this Tier 3, the Inhibitor Tower. They're finally going to take it. Now you see a bit of an engage coming in. Duddles maybe looking for... Nah, he's going to be backing off. But Coop coming in on the backside, looking for Moeda. Damage is there, as well as the taunt. Unstoppable Force coming in. Moeda gets taken out by Coop. And now Coop falls as well. And now Challenge is trying to get the stun off. Shinjiro's in a bad spot. He's going to get taken out by Duddles. Now this is a 4v3 situation in favor of 21 Gank Street. And now the Inhibitor is going to be pressured next. What are MTV music videos going to be trying to do here? They're down 2 members. They're not going to be able to fight. The Baron empowered minions are coming in, but 21 Gank Street are going out looking for top Inhibitor Tower? No, maybe just the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, they're going to rotate to hit this dragon. Unfortunately for Moeda, like I said, she doesn't have an Ardent support. She doesn't have an Enchanter support. She doesn't have immediate peel and healing available at the moment. So as soon as the Rammus got in there and the Malphite followed up, they managed to get the shutdown on her and take her out of the fight. Unfortunately, there's still a huge gold lead. There's still a Echo. There is still this Vi, and enough damage to still win this fight and take out the Inhibitor.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that you have the third third Elemental Dragon going over to TGS. Once again, I'm going to ask you, what can MTV Music Vids do to get a foothold back in this game?
Pray. The one advantage that they have right now is that they will have a gold, the empowered super minion is going to walk in every single wave. That's the equivalent of a cannon minion being fed over to your Jinx. If they can hold them off for a while, at least the Jinx will be able to get some gold into the bank and try to scale up. They have a Janna, they have a Jinx, they have a beefy frontline. Their win condition stays the same. Hit 3 items, 4 items, protect this Jinx, and hope that she can do enough damage before your frontline gets melted.
Yeah, and it really has been getting melted so fast already. The amount of damage that TGS has and are able to supply onto the front line has been pretty insane so far.
Yeah, that's the risk. That's the issue. When you fall behind this heavily, this early as a late game team comp, you don't really have a whole lot of opportunities to stem the bleeding. 2 Mountain Drakes don't help at all either, because they can just knock down these towers with ease.
Absolutely. These turrets are going to be shredded, as well as the inhibitors. But I don't think Mountain Drakes do more damage, but you see Coop flashing in, looking for Moeda. Unstoppable Force coming in as well. Duda is trying his best, but Coop will take out Moeda. Challenge is going to be next on the chopping list. Coop is going to be backing off. Tibbers is going to be supplying some damage. Ignite is going to be going through, and Coop will be taken down. Now, LYC Pentakill will be taking out Janaman. It's a bit of a brawl over here in the bottom lane. Pentakill forced to use his ultimate, and now double kill for Challenge. 4 members of Bring MTV Music Vids back down. 21 Gank Street don't have the Baron empowered minions anymore, but they have the minions. They're going to be looking to end out this game. They're going to be taking down the first turret, and they're going to be rotating, taking the mid inhibitor, and this is going to be it. They are on the Nexus, and lo and behold, Team 21 Gank Street are going to be tanking the game.
Yeah, I'm sort of confused by the initiation there. They had time before the minions were going to hit the tower. They didn't need to go out so aggressively to hunt down Moeda and use 2 flashes and all of their ultimates to try to knock her out. Sniffle left relatively unprotected since both of her frontliners went way deep. Sniffle dying with both summoner spells is unfortunate, but I don't think it would have changed that much at the end of the day. Unfortunate game.
Absolutely. Bring MTV Music Vids back. Definitely had a tough time getting in and getting any advantage all over the map. In every lane, they were getting destroyed. And I think you can definitely attribute a lot of the success to their jungler. The Vi was all over the map, ganking and getting summoner spells out. And because of that, you're able to take the win so easily. You get the advantages, you get the lead, and you're able to expand on those so rapidly. It was really a tough game for MTV Music Vids, and they got a lot of work and a lot of changes they have to do in order to come back for game 2.
Yeah, you could say they got YouTube there.
Stop. All right, so we will be setting up another lobby. So, ladies and gentlemen, hang around. We will be right back.
Think about the time you take up while you put on your makeup. But that makeup don't hide those lies you tell. We go round and round on this carousel. I can see the signs, baby, you can spell. Being with you is H-E-L-L. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Ain't it funny how all the games played out? Like I don't know what you're doing when you stay out. Trying to lock me down, I had to break out. Cause you lie, repeat, rewind, retweet, then act like hoes that you see on TV. What a crying shame, with a body on that frame and a half a brain, damn.
truly, baby, truly. Baby, I'm in love. Can you feel the rush? I'm yours truly, 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 baby, truly. Pull me close and you say you'll never run away. You think that love is a game and that we've gone insane. But what we have is what one spends a lifetime searching for. 'Cause with you I feel amazing, never felt before. Why would I be so ashamed for what we're fighting for? I'm standing right at the gates, walking the stairway to heaven. Baby, I'm in love and I can't get enough. I'm yours truly, 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 baby, truly. Baby, I'm in love. Can you feel the rush? I'm yours truly, 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 baby, truly. Pull me close and you say you'll never run away. You think that love is a game and that we've gone insane. But what we have is what one spends a lifetime searching for.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's Learning Fives show match featuring Team Bring MTV Music Vids back and 21 Gang Street. My name is Sarah David, and I'm joined here by Belko Rama Lal, and we are getting into pick bands.
Yeah, right away, same two bands, the Skarner and the Shaco being knocked out, Nami following. I'm kind of curious to see what lessons these two teams have taken away from that last game. A bit of a stomp, unfortunately, for MTV. Zig's taken out as well, another similar band as last game. So far, very little adjustments.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the lesson that 21 Gang Streets took away was do exactly what they did, and the lesson that Bring MTV Music Vids back is don't do what they did. Pretty much just don't die as much and start conceding pressure whenever you can once you start to lose. When you are going so far behind, you need to start saying, okay, I'm not going to be able to defend this tower. I'm not going to be able to defend this tower, so I'm just going to have to let it fall.
Right away, we're seeing some new picks come out here. Pantheon versus Rumble. Rumble replacing the Shen, of course. Shen with his ultimate is a game changer. Instead, we have Rumble, whose ultimate is a game changer, but not an instant one like the Shen is. Warwick.
Yeah, definitely more of an offensive game changer. And not going to lie, we just kind of have to see whether SSG Chase is able to perform once again. His Shen was pretty clean last game. However, he really needs to be able to demonstrate a superior knowledge of the game if he's going to be successful on multiple champions.
Yeah, we see the Vi coming in again. The Annie combo is not going to be available this time, but they still have the same Vi Echo combo that they had in the previous game. Warwick given over this time, which is nice for SSB Coop. He is a big fan of the Warwick. The Swain for Lady Tsunade, again, not the most successful pick last time. Didn't really have the opportunity to shine on it, but we'll see if they can make it work this time. We'll see what Moeda picks up here, and it'll be the Kaisa again.
Yeah, I'm not too shocked by the Kaisa pickup. Kaisa definitely is a very strong champion. I am pretty excited to see Pantheon, though. Pantheon, I think, is one of the best, one of the best top laners to learn top lane with. He's very consistent in his playstyle, very much so a lane bully, and will be able to bully out anybody that goes against him. However, he's going against Rumble, who is another lane bully, so it'll be like in a middle school when the two kids that pick on everybody else finally get into a fight.
Yeah, Rumble has the opportunity to scrap shield, and he's probably going to be picking up a Doran shield as well to mitigate some of the Pantheon poke. Rumble, of course, is resourceless, so it is a really good matchup for the Rumble. You can absorb the pressure when over the long run, just whittle down Pantheon. Melee matchup for Pantheon and Rumble, so he can't really avoid the Flame Spitter as easily as some ranged matchups can. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Janna Main rounding out the with her patented Janna, and on the other side, it will be this Morgana, giving another initiation option for this Kaisa and CC to follow up on. I like that.
Yeah, I think Kaisa Morgana, personally, I don't think that's one of the better lanes to pair Morgana with, or one of the better ADCs to pair Morgana with. Kaisa doesn't really have any long-range poking abilities that would allow Morgana, that would really, I don't know. Personally, I just think that, well, I guess it could work out. Morgana hits a stun, and you will have a bit of damage coming in from Kaisa. But personally, I'm just not a big fan of the lane. But I'm not sure what the pick order was because, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, these picks were decided earlier in Pro Draft, and they are not live picks nor bans. So these aren't going to be all reactionary picks or bans. They're just done in LCS order. I'm not sure what the reasoning behind picking Morgana was, though. I'm pretty interested to see. My assumption is it's just for the Black Shield in order to be able to save Kaisa from the multiple sources of CC, whether it's the Jin W or the Warwick Infinite Duress or Pantheon leaping in, getting the slow down. It'll be interesting how the lane plays out. Really, the Morgana's effect on the game.
I think the pairing here is mostly just to fish for bindings onto the Janna when Janna steps up to pop her W. Janna did a couple of times in the last game overstep and end up getting punished for it. And perhaps they're looking for a repeat performance and an ability to snowball the game. If the Janna moves up and gets binded, she is going to take a lot of damage from the follow up on the Kaisa if she is isolated. Yeah, there are easier and better AD carries to pair with. Jhin is one of them. Caitlyn is the other with the binding into a trap combo or binding into W. But Morgana is still going to be there to peel for the Kaisa and give her an CC ability to pop her ultimate with. So it's not a total loss here.
Absolutely. And Pentakill is going to be on the Echo again. Duddle is on the Vi again. Both of these characters, summoners were pretty effective last game on the champions that they were playing. Pentakill, of course, once the ball got rolling on his Echo, he was able to keep going and going, able to really just one-shot anybody on the enemy team. And Duddles had very good map awareness and was having very efficient and effective ganks against Sniffle and Janamain. You saw the level 1 or level 3 maybe gank getting both flashes out of Sniffle and Janamain. So maybe we'll see something similar to that again.
I'm hoping that Sniffle and Janamain respect Vi's ability to get in on them early game and ward appropriately in response to that so they can stay safe and have an opportunity to get out of this laning phase without being too far behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be throwing it over to some music as we wait for the spectator delay to die down. So don't touch that browser because we will be right back.
There's no deeper love than what we're feeling. There's no deeper love, oh baby. There's no deeper love than what we're feeling. There's no deeper love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Learning Fives show match for tonight, featuring Team Bring MTV Music Vids back and Team 21 Gang Street. We've already done the introductions, you know all these players, and we are getting on to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to seeing how this matchup plays out. Janna poke is with the Jhin is a lot of damage that they can push out. I'm hoping to see them take control of this bot lane and not get binded repeatedly. We're gonna see a rematch in the Echo and the Swain. We had the Vi and the Rammus both make appearances here last game. I'm expecting a repeat of that as well. Hopefully a bit cleaner on the Rammus. Well, there's no Rammus this time, but it'll be the Warwick who should hopefully be making an appearance in this mid lane. Warwick loves to get level 6 quickly, but he mustn't forget that his E is pretty good for ganking early as well. Top side, we've got Pantheon and we've got Rumble. They'll be locked in melee combat for a while and chucking spears and harpoons and fire, and it will be interesting to see how that one goes out. Just looking at the...
And I'm pretty happy to see Moeda building Dorian's shield this game. You are going to be taking a lot of abuse, both from Sniffle and from Janamain. Janamain right now, or playing Janna right now. Really, I think Janna is one of the most abusive supports to play against. The amount of damage that you can get from Janna's W? Yeah, from Janna's Zephyr. It's very abusive, and you're able to exert so much pressure in lane that really playing Janna, you're able to get so much gold off of Spell Thieves and just lay down so much damage. Just
It
Zephyr going down
begins.
there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
absolutely true. The only support I've been seeing that's counters that is the Soraka. She does a very similar amount of damage with her E and her Q spam. Unfortunately, not being matched here. I'm kind of curious how it's going to go top lane. So far, the Pantheon exerting pressure. Rumble also starting the Doran shield and respecting that this Pantheon can chunk him out.
Yeah, you do see the corrupting pot though, which
Yeah.
I agree. It's very aggressive, but that's exactly the level of aggression that I want to be seeing from a Pantheon. You're going to be getting the auto attacks off, and you're going to be able to have so much more damage with the burn effect from that. That really, there's not really a reason to not take corrupting potion on Pantheon.
Yeah, if you're taking the Pantheon, you know you need to win. Late
Yeah.
game is not the best thing around, so you want to make sure that your enemy suffers.
Oh,
for-
coming in is SSB Coop forcing the flash out of Moeda, and now you see Duddles coming in as well. Coop no flash, Duddles charging up the Q, and the Q from the Coop is disgusting. But unfortunately, first blood will be going over to Moeda, even though the heal was used by Simple Sniffle. Very good flash ignite by Challenge, stuffing out a lot of the healing that was used. But I love that Q from Coop. He uses his Q, and he blocks Duddles charging in, and he's also unstoppable, so he just takes the brunt of the damage, saving Sniffle and Janna main. But unfortunately, it did not work out, and Moeda will be picking up the first blood.
Yeah, challenge with the aggressive play, flashing forward and getting the binding and the ignite down to secure the Warwick kill. The double buffs going over to Moeda is really not the start they were looking for here. They needed to start this game off on the right foot and not fall behind again versus Moeda. Unfortunately,
Oh,
double
Shinjiro! Oh, the Meteor will be taking out. SSG Chase going to be picking up the second kill for bringing MTV Music Vids back.
yeah, I was concerned that their mental might not be in the best place after that last game, and it's looking like they're starting this game on the wrong foot here, with over-aggression being punished both sides. Top lane, Pantheon going in aggressively and trying to trade, landing a stun in the middle of the minion wave, and
You see that teleport? That's a terrible teleport. Why are you TPing in? He's getting some lane pressure down, but really, you don't need to teleport there. You're able to walk up. There's no reason for you to TP there.
bit of a macro mistake there. He should have saved it, but what can you do? Good trade
not
back on
gonna.
there. No, absolutely not. And it prevents him from being able to go back in and picking up an item and pushing the pace here.
Well, you force the teleport out of the enemy top laner, which is pretty good, but then if you go and use your own TP, then, I mean, now you just have a
lose
gold
the
lead.
trade. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not ideal for sure. And now he's pushed up to the tower, which is an opportunity to come in whenever he wants at his leisure. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see if Warwick makes an appearance or not.
Yeah, I think right now Coop would have a... Oh, you see the root landing? Janna main at almost full health, but Moeda's in a bad spot, taking so much damage from the trading. Does have the red buff, but it's not really saving him. I think Coop, if he ganked Chase, it would be a pretty successful gank. Chase is pushing in very far, and Shinjiro on the Pantheon does have a way to lock down the Rumble, especially considering it doesn't have a flash. You pretty much have a great opportunity to get a gank off here.
Yeah, every time this Rumble steps up, Pantheon is forced to use his W.
Oh,
to try to-
Shinjiro in a bad spot. Ultimate coming through. SSG Chase picking up another kill on this Rumble.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, you don't want to W into a Rumble when he's got his Flame Spitter facing right at you. You're not going to stop the damage. You're still going to take all of that damage, and you prevent yourself from having the opportunity to get away because you're jumping into melee range. And that just gives so much damage over to the Rumble. Pantheon losing out on farm earlier, loses out the levels, and Rumble ult just cleans him up here. It's a really rough lane now that you've fallen behind on a Rumble as Pantheon. He's not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not having a good time at all. But now you see Duddles coming in, forcing the flash out of Lady Tsunade in the mid lane. Good gank. Very successful. Getting a summoner spell, not having used any of your own. I'd chalk that up as a win.
Yeah, good use of the Hex Flash there on Vi to get behind and to make a play there. I don't think Swain was expecting the Hex Flash over the Wraith Wall.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a it is a pretty unconventional ganking spot. Uh, it's not really somewhere that if you're in mid lane you're going to be warding. However, it is very successful. Dettles did pick up a flash, and now Pentakill once again getting a CS advantage over Lady Tsunade.
Yeah, 2,000 gold lead at 7 minutes already, just from these successful ganks and successful plays by this Rumble, just bullying out the Pantheon now. Yeah, well, I don't know how he's going to be able to stem the bleeding. Normally, when you're playing game, you want your jungler to come and camp the crap out of him. Rumble has to use this flash to get away. He doesn't exactly have the opportunity to. He doesn't have a whole lot of escape abilities built into his kit. His W will speed him up, but generally speaking, he'll be up at his minions because he wants to be able to poke people down with his flame spitter and his harpoons. So he's always going to be in a vulnerable position until he hits level 6. Once he's level 6, you want to be careful because he can easily turn ganks with his ultimate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really think that the Rumble into Pantheon is a very good pick as far as lane bullies go, because Pantheon's passive shield only blocks auto attacks and tower shots, neither of which Chase really needs to utilize a lot on Rumble. You have the Flame Spitter that's able to put down so much AP damage. You're not going to have to walk up and auto attack him. So Shinjiro really just has to be worried at all times that Chase is going to be throwing those missiles or using the Flame Spitter. So Shinjiro is going to. He's been having such a tough time in this lane already.
Yeah, there's not a lot of opportunities for Pantheon to bully the Rumble.
Bit of an engage in the bottom side jungle. The Infinite Duress onto Doltez. Going through. Or Duddles. Now you got the 2v1. Janimate coming in. You see the tornado, but Duddles flashing. Oh no! Coop missing the flash. Ah! Not like this.
He'll
Now,
be kicking
Flame
himself.
Spitter going through as well as the Equalizer Chase picking up his 3rd kill onto Shinjiro in the top lane.
Yeah, another solo kill with Vi and Rumble locked in Mortal Kombat in the jungle. Rumble can feel completely confident that he can push up there and dive the tower without any repercussions.
Kurt Call coming in, cancelled by Sniffle. You okay there, pal?
I'm not sure about that cancel, let's be honest here. Maybe just a bit overzealous. He just wanted to hear the music. The music's cool.
Maybe you forgot that you're supposed to push R to fire the Jin shots and right-clicked instead. Who knows?
Maybe. Oof. Oh, man. This top lane is pretty much over now. Warwick could have picked up a kill to close the gold gap and get pressure back on the map. Unfortunately, fails his flash. Good job by the Janna to follow up there and interrupt the Vi's Q. But, oh man, that flash.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough way to waste your flash. Or you are seeing pretty much just a neutral game in the bottom lane. Neither of these teams are going into. Speaking of, Janimate, both with these enemies flashing in. Moena getting taken down immediately. Caster's Curse, and now Challenge is going to pick up a kill as well. SSG Chase teleports in, looking for the damage, and will finally get the kill onto Sniffle. 2-for-1 trade in favor of bringing MTV Music Vids back. Now also I see Pentakill being threatened by Coop, who's also being threatened by Duddles. Engages are going through all over the map, ladies and gentlemen. Pentakill looking to back off, but Duddles looking to go in. He's just gonna run away.
I'm just gonna go back. That was very manly, but they had just about enough of this Kai'Sa's crap and decided to go full peel into that, just throwing caution to the wind. Yes, they pick up the kill at the expense of both of their flashes, but they expend both of their lives, not respecting the teleport advantage that SSG Chase had. SSG Chase shows up, cleans them both up. Oh man, this Rumble is enormous now.
Yeah, 4-0 already has the completed Leandry's Torment, the only one with the completed item. You're able to have so much pressure all across the map just because of that. Teleport is down right now, but Chase really doesn't need to be in top lane right now. The minion wave is barely pushing towards his tower, so he's going to be able to have the liberty to go wherever he wants. He's clearing the Rift Scuttle right now. And really, if he chooses to go anywhere but top lane, it's going to be a very big threat for wherever he decides to visit.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they haven't taken advantage of this Rumble being enormous to take either of the neutral objectives off the map. There is
the Duddles coming in, charging to Q, and now the follow-up challenge is going to get the Q. Moeda picks up the kill. Janimane is getting ulted on, but Duddles picking up the second kill. Both Janimane and Sniffle are dead, and now you have 3 members of Team 21 Gank Street looking for this Mountain Drake.
Yeah, despite, Moeda went down earlier.
GJ is looking for Shinjiro, but now the Blood Hunt is on. The Equalizer comes through. Shinjiro is going to be getting taken out, but the Infinite Duress comes in. Jace gets a kill, and he wants more. Coop looking for it, but he might have bitten off more than he could chew. He's getting flashed on, and Coop will get taken down by Chase right as the Mountain Dragon gets taken. Double kill for SSG Chase.
Yeah, I mentioned Rumble's ability to turn kills once he hits level 6. He is level 11, and he's the most fed member on the team. So ganking him is a risky business. Pantheon dies before Warwick even makes his appearance, and limited opportunity there. And unfortunately, Rumble going aggressive, picking up the kill, cleaning up the double kill. I was about to say earlier that because both Jin and Janna flashed aggressively for that kill, Vi was free to come and pick them up at their leisure. And they did. Pick up the dragon as well. Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess Chase wasn't satisfied enough with being put, on more of a supportive top laner on the Shen. So this game, he tells his coach, you know what, put me on the Rumble. I'm gonna carry this game. And carrying is exactly what he's doing so far. 6-0 with a pretty sizable CS lead over Shinjiro. He is absolutely taking control of this game and will continue to do so unless Team MTV can get any picks on him. But realistically, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Lady Tsunade getting engaged on Force Flash away. Duddles looking in for more. But now you see Janimane coming in. The Curtain Call as well, going to be slowing them down a bit. Lady Tsunade taking the Blast Code over. But now you see LYC Pentacle flashing on Sniffle and getting a big burst down. And the return Q will get him. And now you see Challenge looking for Lady Tsunade, who gets killed by Moeda. Great snipe on the Kaisa W. That's a 2-for-0 in favor of Team 21 Gank Street.
Yeah, Swain using his flash to go over the Dragon Wall. Not his. He had nowhere to go after by villains. That was rough. As soon as the Vi came by, you had to respect that and flash over the wall towards safety instead of trying to walk it off. Instead, he ends up wasting his summoner spells and dying for it anyways. Aggressive play by Moeda, following up the Swain and using his ultimate to get in range to continue doing damage. At this point, I don't see how Shinjiro and Co are going to be able to keep this one from snowballing.
Absolutely. It's going to be very tough for them to make a comeback. Already 8,000 gold behind his team, MTV. And really, if they keep letting Rumble get these 3 towers, they're going to get further and further behind. And now you see Shinjiro, once again, getting taken down. Coop is coming in. Equalizer going through Infinite Duress, but he's on the Equalizer chase. That's so much damage, but Coop finally gets the shutdown.
Warwick using his E damage reduction, despite standing on that Equalizer, manages to pick up the kill. That was risky business, but he manages to pull it off. Swain's Tyrant Eye also coming into play to get some extra damage in there and finally getting the shutdown on SSG Chase.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. LYC Pentakill and why do I always call him Doltas? Anyways, Duddles maybe looking for something, just snubbing out some enemy vision. You got 4 members of 21 Gank Street all crowding around this tier 1 tower. They want to defend this, but now Duddles is going in. The root will be connecting from Sniffle as well as from Challenge, landing that onto Janimane, and now the turret will finally be taken down.
Good work. Yeah, good work by them by putting pressure, getting vision in the jungle to try to push these towers down. Right now, they need to keep pushing the vision line forward aggressively.
Yeah, absolutely. You see so much tower pressure being exerted by Chase. He's taken 2 towers in the top lane already. But you really only see 1 control ward. Really only 1 ward in total in that side of the map. When you have such a huge advantage and so much more pressure, you want to be getting more wards down. But you can see him. He's waiting. He's got the equalizer ready. His fingers hovering over the R key. He wants this.
He does. Unfortunately, Vi is preoccupied taking tail.
Moeda, looking for the damage. W from Simple will apply, but I mean, you have the minions here. The pressure's there. Rift Herald will be taken, and now this turret is taking so much damage. Curtain Call coming in. He finally learns how to cast it. And now you see the, oh my god, Moeda getting destroyed. Chase with the equalizer, getting damage onto Lady Tsunade, but now Sniffle gets taken out by Pentakill, and now Challenge running away from Coop, who will finally catch up. Oh my god. I was years behind. Now that's a double kill. Chase going golden. Shinjiro looking for the kill! Finally gets a kill onto Chase. Now Coop and Janime teaming up against Pentakill, who uses his ultimate defensively. Lady Tsunade getting a nice route. He's dashing forward using the emote, but Coop will finally take him out, and that is going to be a team fight. Finally going in favor a little bit by team at Bring MTV Music Videos back.
Yeah, that was a 4-for-1 in favor of the team. They managed to get a good fight with the initiation by the Peon and Warwick, taking out Moeda right away. SSG Chase got pushed off that fight really quickly and didn't have the opportunity to impact it as much as she would have probably liked. His equalizer placement was not ideal. Vi, in the meantime, while that was going on, was taking the Rift. And so that was a 4 versus 5 for the vast majority of it, which made it a risky proposition for Blue Side to take that fight. And no, it was a good idea to take that fight, but risky for Red Side to fight it anyways.
Yeah, is this Infernal Dragon? Yeah, the Infernal Dragon getting dragged out of the pits by Team Bring MTV Music Vids back. They have so much DPS, they should be able to take this. Yeah, no contest. SSB Coop doesn't even have Smite available right now. And now Challenge walking up. If he hits a Q, that's going to be it for somebody. Nobody is up for the challenge, though. Shinjiro very far forward. With a Binding Wheel hit, but a little bit too far out of the range of everybody on Team MTV Music Vids. They're all marching forward. They got a big minion wave. They want to take this tower.
Yeah, unfortunately for 21 Gang Streak, despite winning that team fight, the end of the team fight happened near their own base, so they never had the opportunity to actually take anything on the map or to establish waves and control on the map. So
Herald.
MTV just shows up, takes a dragon, and now they're taking more towers.
Yeah, the big damage from the Rift Herald already half gone, and now you see Challenge hitting the snare. Now SSG Chase with the burn effect from the equalizer will getting the kill, and now flashing on Sniffle, double kill for SSG Chase, going golden. Janime Tornado will miss, he gets rooted up and getting taken out by Lady Tsunade, but meanwhile on the backside, you see SSB Coop getting taken out by Moeda. Lady Tsunade is going to be the target of Duddles, who's going to get the big ulti down, and that's a double kill for Moeda. And now Janime is going to be the sole member alive from 21 Gang Street, and team Bring MTV Music Vids back. Have the Rift Herald, they have the minions, they're going to be looking to close out this game right now. Another 5 seconds on the Jan, and now the Janime forced to flash back under the tower. But now you have Sybil and Shinjiro spawning back in. Minions are also spawning in as well. Pentakill biting off a little more than he can chew, forced to use his ultimate defensively, but it gets engaged on. Mana Immune is coming in big. Sybil going to be picking up the kill after Shinjiro flashes forward, and Janime is going to be dabbing on him in. Team Bring MTV Music Vids back are going to take 1 inhibitor and 1 Nexus Tower and nothing more.
Really well done by MTV to push the pace of this game and get as much pressure on as they can. They managed to pick up.
That was 21 Gang Street taking all those towers.
Sorry. My bad too. I think I've been messing it up too. Caster's flubbing it up. Either way.
Oh, hold on. You see Duddles running away from SSB Coop. The Blood Hunt is on. Infinite Duress will connect. The Curtain Call coming through as well. None of the shots are going to be connecting, and forcing Flash out is Lady Tsunade. Duddles flashless, and now Baron could be threatened by Team 21 Gang, or by Team Bring MTV Music Vids back. No vision from Team 21 Gang Street.
I'm actually really glad that Duddles flashed there. A lot of times you see people disrespect the ability for their opponents to close them out and save the flash to the last second instead of just saying, okay, you got me this time, I want to live, and just getting out. So yes, she won't have the flash, but they all have the opportunity to make a play again soon. instead of just dying and probably giving up a Baron or risking a Baron being given over.
Yeah, and now you see Team 21 Gang Street once again taking control of vision around Baron. Really, it kind of seemed like all of that was for naught. Team MTV Music Vids, they take control of the vision, but they don't do anything to defend it. But meanwhile, you see the Nexus Tower getting destroyed. And now the Baron is going to be started up by Team 21 Gang Street. They have so much DPS. SSP Coop. Bloodhunt is on. He's looking for something. Dashing in. 800 damage, but Team Duddles will secure the Baron. Now this is a 5v3 situation. Janimane got taken out as well, and SSG Chase is on the backside, forcing the heal out of Sniffle. Sniffle with the equalizer. Shinjiro is doing a lot of damage, but Sniffle gets taken out as well. That's going to be a double kill by Moeda, and finally, the delayed ace. Team 21 Gang Street finally, with the Baron empowered minions, they have everything they need to close out the game. And they have a naked Nexus they're going to start whacking away on. And they are going to destroy, taking the second game of tonight's series against Team Bring MTV Music Vids back.
SSG Chase just putting so much pressure down in the bots. Yes, they managed to get the vision control back, but they had to concede it right away. They had to send so many people to deal with this Rumble. And even though they sent 2, they couldn't even stop him from taking another tower. And he still cleaned them out. Unfortunately, the Baron play, Duddles managed to secure the Baron, and they were just so far ahead, plus a 4 versus 3, they didn't really have the opportunity to win that. That was an unfortunate game, and they could not stop the bleeding again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really just so rough. Team 21 Gang Street have been so dominant in both of these games. Team Bring MTV Music Vids back just weren't able to get any significant footholds in either of these games. What do you think they should improve on going into the future?
Unfortunately, they seem to be limiting themselves a bit by only picking Janna as a lane option in the bot side. If you have a wider flexibility, you can make more plays. Janna, unfortunately, is not a great lane to gank for. She will use her W for a slow, but she won't have that much CC until later on. She's more of a defensive option in the bot lane, and when you're losing every lane, it's not that great. The mid lane, not a whole lot of action until it was way too late. I would have liked to see Swain use his teleport to try to make plays on the map and try to turn things around. It didn't happen this game. Echo and Swain were pretty much stuck in Mortal Kombat in the mid lane for a long time. Coop on this Warwick, ideally, if you're against an immobile top laner, you want to be able to go up there and make an appearance and shut him down before he snowballs out of control. When your top laner is just bleeding out and being solo killed under tower, you don't really have a top laner anymore.
Yeah, it's really tough. Shinjiro was just trying his best, but Chase just bullied him so hard. I really think that Shinjiro should have just sacrificed more sooner. He lost to the lane pretty early on, but he kept on going back for seconds and thirds, and he ended up getting killed over and over. And Chase was able to build up a huge lead that game. But alas, that is going to be doing it tonight for the Learning 5's show match between 21 Gang Street and Bring MTV Music Vids back. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth. You can find me at Twitter at SirPotatoIX, and I have been joined here by Belkarama, and you can find him. Wait, what's your Twitter?
My Twitter is Belkarama LOL. And that's where you can find me. Thank you for having me. It's my first time. I hope it wasn't too bad.
No, it was definitely a pleasure having you on. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the titles slides down below. You got the program information. You can learn about Learning 5s. You can check out the YouTube where we post VODs and sometimes highlights of each and every one of our VODs. Check the Twitter where sometimes it's you have the show matches posted and Learning 5's happenings. Also the Facebook where I think you can poke us or something. I don't use Facebook. Anyways, also the Discord. Yeah, Facebook, right? The Discord, if you haven't already, the Discord server is the bread and butter of our program. If you aren't on the Discord, you're not even allowed to participate in Learning 5's. Great program. But last but not least, If you love what we do for Learning Fives, but man, you only play Heroes of the Storm, boy, do we have the Discord server for you. Heroes of the Storm Learning Fives is a program that is well and alive. Do the same thing. You get matched with other players near your rank and a coach. You play together and you try to improve, and boy, is it just a grand old time. Anyways, do you have any closing thoughts, Belk, before we end tonight's show?
Come get coaching at Learning Fives. You'll love it.
Discord.gg/learning5s. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out. It's been a pleasure. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.